you, Mabel.
I know. I'm good.
Where's that gas?
I just ran into the chair.
Cool. Good. Good.
My mom's still up there in the back. She's like, what if I come to production?
Look at that cool cat muscle.
Yeah, good definition.
Where's Tucker? Oh.
Thespians, initiates, and honored guests, it is a pleasure to have you with us on this solemn occasion as Troupe 2646 of James B. Conant High School admits 13 new members into its roles on this, the 17th day of May in the year 2014. These candidates, through their efforts, have fulfilled the requirements for membership and are seated before us. Are the officers and members ready to proceed?
Sweet.
The officers and members of Troupe 2646 are prepared to proceed with the initiation of these candidates. Will the Secretary please call the roll of those desiring membership in the International Thespian Society who are gathered here this evening? As I call roll of those who have earned the honor of membership in this Thespian troupe, will those whose names I call please stand? Lucy Carolyn Elkin, Emil Enriquez, Greta Kathleen Gorsuch, Ezra Jediah Lowry, Jonathan Mayer, Erin Rebecca Mueller, Alicia Nagorski, Chris Daniel Naraki, Sophie May Neville, Jessica Ocampo, Ashley Marie Panchetti, Melissa Marie Schroeder, and Andrea Taylor Story. You may be seated.
Thank you, initiates. Now, in order to serve as true thespians, you must learn some of the ideals and traditions of the International Thespian Society. We will now explain. Oh, wait. Oh, just kidding. I read the wrong one. Prior to learning about the ideals of the International Thespian Society, a code of tradition must continue on. I present to you, live at the initiation, the Thespian Improv Initiates.
Who's the first group?
Who's the first group?
Yeah!
Can we have a title of a book that's never been made?
My humps.
Something appropriate, please. My friends don't. Oh, okay. They're going to play a game called Story, Story, Die, in which I will point to them, and they will make a story titled My Friends Don't. At any point they hesitate or mumble or say something that's previously been said, then they will die. So can we have, can you guys show me what a countdown is? 3, 2, 1. Okay, now from you guys, can we get a countdown so we can officially start the game?
Yeah.
3,
This dolphin liked to swim really, really fast.
Well, the dolphin liked to swim really, really fast. He took the eel away with him, and they were both named Randolph. And they were flying through the water, going about as any way they could, with going in giant circles and going in diagonals, and they would pick any pattern possible in the water just to distract everybody.
Randolph is simply related to Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's just he is a dolphin. And the dolphin had a red nose with green stripes. You see, Santa came to him one day.
When they were in the water, instead of being at the North Pole, they were pulling Santa along on his boat. So he was flying, he was throwing gifts out to all the swimmers who were on their wakeboards and their surfboards, and it was utterly confusing to everybody.
Because he was watching Blackfish, and Santa didn't know what he was doing, but then he emotionally scarred all of the dolphins and the electric eel, all named Randolph. And so Santa, unfortunately, ruined
The little kid's Christmas. It wasn't Christmas. It was Easter. A long day marked on his calendar.
And then so the dolphin is wearing a Santa hat and wearing the beard, looked
Utterly stupid. And
because he was Greek Orthodox.
wearing the ears also, which were attached to the hat, because he is always confused because Santa doesn't know what he's talking about.
he eats fish. Other dolphins.
And eating the other dolphins makes Randolph very mad, which is why the eel came out in the first place.
Because the cookie thing's a myth. Cookie things really don't exist because Jonathan ate them all. With Lana.
And that is why cookies do not exist anymore. You see they're gonna go up.
So they go up and they keep trying to bring them back, and while they bring them back, they just keep getting all soggy because Santa still doesn't know what date it is.
Because all the kids eat the cookies on Christmas. And
Red brown.
While the cookies were getting all soggy in the water, it was
Time for Santa to take a bath. Santa, as we all know, has a very long and scraggly beard.
and it matches his leg hair because
Mrs. Claus is the only person with the secret recipe to the shampoo that Santa Claus uses because in Antarctica, it can get very, very cold.
and it gets very cold, which is why Santa keeps his beard so long and his leg hair so long
And Mrs. Claus loves him anyway because
because they both like to swim with Randolph the dolphin and Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
and that's what their marriage counselor said would be a good thing to do.
And while the marriage counselor
Just And that's how the marriage counselor saved Christmas and the dolphins.
This is a game called Survivor with John,
Jess.
Emil, and me, Chris. And in this game, we're going to be doing a scene, and these people are going to be coming in and doing the scene. But at the end of the scene, you guys are going to vote who's going to get eliminated, and then we're going to have to fill in for that person. And eventually, there's going to be one person, and we're going to have to be doing all 4 of these roles. Right, so from you guys, can we get a location?
Prague. Africa. Africa. Walmart. Fiji.
Conan.
Prague.
Walmart.
Schaumburg.
Africa.
We're going to do Africa.
So excited.
All right. Can we get a countdown?
3, 2, 1.
Fuck you! Look at the little line of the flames on that one. No, just get behind me. Get behind me.
What is it?
He attacked me first. Oh.
What are you? He's an endangered species. Oh, guys, he's coming. Seriously, like it's not that hard. What is he anyway? Some sort of weird dog thing?
Okay. Gotta get a countdown.
3, 2, 1.
Whoa, look at the fangs on that one. Oh, I'm so scared of you. It's attacking me. I'm chocolate.
He's an endangered species. What are you?
It's not even that bad.
He's an endangered species.
How would you like it to get up in your face again?
I'm not even gonna do this right now. Really, I'm not even gonna do this. Oh, seriously? What is he anyway? Some sort of dog thing?
Gotta get a countdown.
3, 2, 1.
Look at the monster!
So scared.
What's going on over here? I'm drinking water. Rawr! Oh no, this is my inconvenience. Rawr! Stop, look out, it's endangered! You just slapped an endangered species. That's not that bad. Oh yeah, how long are you get in your face, man? Get out of me, get away from me. Rawr! What is it, a dog?
So, this is a game called Chain Murder, and it's featuring me, Sophie. No, I'm kidding. It's Erin, Greta, and Alicia, and alright, cool. I remember their names. Alright, and it's featured as a dead body. Alright, so in this game, I'm going to ask you for a person, the person who was murdered, the location of the murder, and what was used to kill the person. So, can I get the person who was
Jonas Brothers!
Justin
Bieber!
Bieber.
Mr. Rogers! Alright, I'm gonna go with Justin Bieber. Alright, I'm gonna go with Justin Bieber, because I hate Justin Bieber. Alright, can I get the location of the murder?
Conan.
Wrigley Field.
Schaumburg.
Let's go with the McDonald's place. And then murder weapon.
Spork. A chainsaw. Spork.
Chainsaw!
Chainsaw.
Chainsaw!
A tree. A tree.
I'm gonna go with a toothpick. Alright, so the person who was murdered was Justin Bieber. The
Thank you, initiates. Now, in order to serve as true thespians, you must learn some of the ideals and traditions of the International Thespian Society. We will now explain to you the aims of our organization.
Absolutely not. Whatever. The International Thespian Society, which is composed of troops in every state in the United States, the District of Columbia, some of the U.S. territories, several provinces of Canada, and a number of foreign countries, was organized for the purpose of advancing the standards of excellence in theater arts in the secondary schools, and to honor those students who have done outstanding work in their school theater programs. The Society is a service as well as an honorary organization that stresses continued participation in the arts as a means of widening the cultural horizons of the students and the community.
The first aim of the Society is to create an active and intelligent interest in all types of theater activities. Secondly, it aims to develop an appreciation of good theater, motion picture, radio, and television. Thirdly, it aims to improve the quality of the work of the students in secondary schools, as well as to give them a worthwhile leisure time activity. A spirit of cooperation and understanding of our fellow students are other goals of Thespians.
Membership in the International Thespian Society is an honor and a reward for your participation in the dramatic arts program of our school. Likewise, it is also evidence of your desire to be associated with other youth throughout the country in advancing theater standards. You now understand why we must be certain that those who are admitted into our society are worthy of this honor. Now that we are assured of your worthiness to become members of our society, you will be instructed in the development of the theater arts. The history of theater is the history of man. It is the continuing search to find the answers to the awesome mysteries that motivate human personality. Just as our early ancestors dramatized crisis in their lives, so today we come to the theater to search for answers to the bewildering pressures around us. Let us look more deeply then into the process through which the theater arts have become a part of man's cultural heritage.
Back in the misty eons of time, primitive man learned to speak. Thus began the struggle that was to transform him into a distinct pattern, separate from other forms of animal life. Man soon discovered that there was something beyond the bestiality surrounding him, and he was one step closer to fulfilling his destiny. Even in his desolate existence, he sought to communicate his ideas to other minds. Thus, he became a bold adventurer, daring to enter the realm of reasoning. In his new world, he discovered that words could become symbols for his thoughts, and, as a result, speech became a part of the total experience of the human race. It was enough for other forms of life to make only nuances of sound in order to communicate. However, for this creature, guttural sounds no longer satisfied his needs. So began man's commentary on himself. Today, while we can touch the past only in our imaginations, we know that when intellect spoke to intellect, forces were set in motion that lifted humanity from the mire to the stars. I light this candle to symbolize the beginning of the enlightening power of speech.
No one knows when man began to dance. Archaeologists believe that he has always danced, even before he uttered meaningful sounds. If this is true, then it follows that from prehistoric dance springs the world's vast storehouse of drama. To placate the frightening forces of nature and to express joy in the gentle beauty about him, primitive man, by means of rhythmic movement and pantomime, communed with a being that both protected and destroyed him. Early man realized that everything about him had a rhythmic impulse. He saw this in those courses of the sun, the changing seasons, and the movements of animals. In his attempt to understand his world and to worship his gods, he imitated these rhythmic patterns and developed the earliest known form of drama. When he wished to boast of his skill as a hunter, he leaped into the circle about the fire and relived his exploits. To the primitive mind, this was magic. For up it has become spiritual ballet and high pantomime. Wherever he lived, the dance drama developed. As the intellectual powers of the human being became more acute, the dance became more complex. In the prehistoric centuries, it was believed that the performer was a vessel into which was poured the spirit of the god, or the man or the beast impersonated. However, in the succeeding centuries, the performer came to be looked upon as a representative of this spirit. Gradually, through the ages, man learned to live in two worlds. In addition to the savage world of the reality in which he fought for existence, he created another world of emotion and imagination which he expressed in dance. I light the second candle to honor dance, the second ray in the development of civilization and drama.
Time and space. From the prehistoric era to the present moment, it is a record of human feelings. Early man responded to the environment about him. In it, he found his music. He unknowingly detected pitch in his cries of animals and tone quality in the wailing of the wind. He discovered rhythm in his own footsteps. His first songs were shouts of joy or fear, and these shouts echoed again and again in his triumphs and defeats, thus realizing his innermost feelings. For his first musical instruments, primitive man banged two sticks or stones together in repeated beats. He talked to his gods with hand clapping, stomping, shouting, and shrieking. The beginnings of music are buried with countless centuries, but through the persistence of the inner mystery that requires all living things to leave behind that which we have outgrown, man has found musical form in tone quality, pitch, and rhythm. Because early man learned to shout, we have learned to sing. I light the third candle to celebrate man's contact with the sublimity of song, the music of the spheres.
Through the succeeding centuries of time, man taught his children a special form of speech, dance, and music, so that they could express themselves more easily to each other. His descendants, in order to keep their heritage from being lost in the generations to come, developed signs and symbols to represent the sounds, tones, and rhythms. From each section of the world came definite patterns or forms, which represented the ideas of man. Thus, the art of writing was developed. I light the fourth candle to represent the fourth gleam in our search for the pattern of knowledge, the invention of the alphabet, and thus writing.
The origin of our modern plays lies in the ancient Greek religious feast dedicated to Dionysus, god of wine and the harvest. To worship this deity, variations of the basic rituals of song and dance were created. Yearly, groups of worshippers strove to present more pleasing variations for the entertainment of the deity and the populace. These presentations were called plays. To the writer of the best play, the priest, as judges, gave a purse of gold. By striving to honor the gods, man created dramatic literature. I light the fifth candle in order to honor the ancient Greeks who gave us dramatic literature, another step in our climb toward culture.
During the 6th century before Christ, one of the writers of tragedy who won the approval of the priests at the festival of Dionysus was Thespian. About 535 BC, a new dimension was added to the drama when Thespian, who was a prominent leader of the Greek chorus, stepped from that group and recited portions of the drama alone. Due to this action, he is thought to have been the first actor. We also believe that it was he who first used masks so that a person could portray more than one part. In honor of this early Greek writer, all actors are called Thespians. In his honor, we are the International Thespian Society. We have as our emblem the two masks of comedy and tragedy etched in colors of gold and blue bound together with the Thespian T. We light the 6th candle in memory of Thespian. We light it to remind the wearers of the mask that the emblem represents a proud and dignified heritage, and that this heritage is now entrusted to us.
In the strictest sense, theater today knows no bounds. While the caveman pantomimed his needs around a fire, and the Greek actor portrayed his agony of spirit in the dancing circle, the modern performer presents his soul searching on a stage, the seeing place, and in the auditorium, the hearing place. The theater speaks to all of us, and at the same time it speaks for all of us. It is a critical voice, urging man to become aware of the world in which he lives and to pass judgment upon them. It is a social voice, exhibiting the nobility of humanity as well as its pettiness. Most of all, it is a prophetic voice. The events which affect man's future are given form through the use of techniques of the modern theater. The theater of today has accepted the challenge of its time. It is stripping away the masks of Thespis and is revealing the complexities of the human condition with an uncompromising vigor and honesty. Theater has outgrown the confines of the seeing place. No building can contain the impact of this most powerful force that brings together all forms of man's artistic achievement. Truly, to paraphrase Shakespeare, all the world is our stage, and we men and women are its players. I light the last candle to praise the living spirit of the world of theater.
The International Thespian Society is an honorary organization in the sense that the students are given recognitions for having met certain requirements and standards. In addition to recognizing you for service rendered to your school and its theater arts program, membership in the Thespians is also evidenced in your continuing desire to be associated with others who are working toward high standards for theater productions in the secondary schools. Therefore, membership places upon you the obligations of performing to the best of your abilities with the knowledge that greater honors come to those that accept greater responsibilities and learn cooperation.
Will the candidates of membership in the International Thespian Society please rise and prepare for the induction into Troupe 2646?
You have heard the ideals upon which the International Thespian Society was founded. You know the meaning of the word thespian, and you have been instructed in the origin of the insignia and the history of this troupe. You must now state your willingness to take the pledge of membership. It will bind you to the principles of the International Thespian Society. You will promise to give loyalty, cooperation, and service to your troupe in all tasks assigned to you. You will be expected to govern your words and your actions so as to earn the respect of your troupe, of your school, and of your community. You will be expected to keep well in mind these words, which are the Thespian motto: act well your part, there all the honor lies. If you are willing to take the pledge of membership, answer by saying, I do so desire.
I do so desire.
I ask all thespians to join with the candidates in raising your right hand and repeating the pledge that I will now administer. Please repeat after me. I promise to uphold.
I promise to uphold.
The aims and ideals.
The aims and ideals.
Of the International Thespian Society.
Of the International Thespian Society.
I pledge my best efforts.
I pledge my best efforts.
In all assignments given to me.
In all assignments given to me.
As a member of the Theater Arts Department of my school.
As a member of the Theater Arts Department of my school.
I shall accept criticism, disappointments, and promotions.
I shall accept criticism, disappointments, and promotions.
With humility and obedience.
With humility and obedience.
I shall govern my words and my actions.
I shall govern my words and my actions.
In order to promote the highest standards of conduct at all times.
In order to promote the highest standard of conduct at all times.
So that I will be worthy of the honor of Thespian membership.
So that I will be worthy of the honor of Thespian membership.
The pledge that you have just taken binds you to the principles and ideals of the International Thespian Society. May I remind you again that it imposes upon you loyalty and cooperation. You are to do the tasks assigned to you. You are to cooperate with your troop officers and fellow students, as well as your teachers and administrators in helping to raise the standards of excellence in all areas of your experience in education. You are to refrain from any action that may hinder the work of your troop. You are to conduct yourselves so that you may gain the respect of your school and your community. By the authority delegated to me by the International Thespian Board of Trustees, I now declare you to be members of Troop 2646 of the International Thespian Society at James B. Conant High School. You may be seated.
As the secretary reads your name, please come forward, light your candle, and add to those that honor our theater heritage, and receive your certificate of membership.
Will the following new members of the International Thespian Society, Troop 2646, please step forward? Lucy Carolyn Elkin. Emil Enriquez. Gorsuch. Ezra Jediah Lowry. their story.
In the glow of the achievements of ages past in all art is to continue to brighten the path of man and help him grow. Then the theater must remain a vigorous part of the enlightenment and growth by adding new talent to its ranks. Talent which will justify the existence and continuance of drama. We welcome you as new thespians to the group and urge you to use your talents to make Conant High School's drama excel.
I can remember the first day I showed up to drama. There was a meeting before auditions were to take place, and I was just a shy freshman. I didn't know very many people, and I have to say, I remember feeling a little overwhelmed. Everyone had such large personalities. They were so outgoing, and they seemed so confident in everything they did. And then there was me, quiet, shy, reserved, and I have to say, I never could have imagined myself where I am today, where everyone else already seemed to be back then. Drama has changed my life in so many ways, and I can honestly say that it has made me into who I am today. Through drama, I have made so many wonderful friends, and I have learned something great from each and every one of you. You have taught me to be confident, to be competitive, and to be creative. Without all of you and what you have taught me, I know for a fact that I could not be up here on this stage right now giving this speech, and I could not be more grateful for that. So thank each and every one of you. Drama is a place to make friends. Over my 4 years, I have become so close to more people than I can count, that I would otherwise not have the opportunity to become friends with. Coming to drama every day after school has a way of making you feel so special. Here's a group of people that fight and laugh and love each other, all within a matter of 10 minutes. It is such a unique relationship that I know I could not find anywhere else. We all understand each other in ways that people who aren't involved in drama never could. I remember somebody once telling me that they were so glad that they found drama because it was the greatest time they had ever had, that they had never felt so welcomed by a group of people, and that they were so grateful to make such good friends through it. It was one of the greatest feelings I ever had. I think that that is something that we should all be truly proud of. Because of us, because of something that we were all a part of, people were happy, people felt good about themselves. That to me is the most special thing I can imagine being a part of. I love seeing the change people go through during the course of a show. We are a group of talented people, yet every day I see people getting so much better at everything they do. Somebody finally understands a line and delivers it with such unexpected power it sends shivers down your spine. The lights and sound crew seems to find the perfect mood to set the show, and the set seems to look better and better every day. I have seen good actors become outstanding actors. I have seen our makeup girls learn to make a 15-year-old look 80. I have seen them make very believable and very gross cuts and bruises. Everything about drama is so special to me, and I hope that this is, or will be, just as special to everyone else here. I am so excited and so proud to welcome the initiates into our family because I have faith that you will do well. You will become a better person, and most importantly, that you will enjoy yourselves. I cannot think of anything else I would rather have been a part of for my 4 years in high school, and I am so glad that I had the opportunity to share with all of you.
Okay, you guys. I need a minute to get things set up. if this is time for these special award presentations, and the first people I'd like to have join us on stage would be Marty and Barb Anderson, or somewhere in the house. One of their family members could not be with us today, and it's their daughter, Kristen Hilton. For those of you who were involved in the Sparrow, which is basically everybody sitting in this room for the most part, their daughter designed the Sparrow that was painted on the stage for us. So we have a gift for you guys to take home to Kristen, but then we also have Marty builds our sets, for those of you who don't know. And, hopefully he'll be back again next year, but since he's out of district, there's this whole jumping through hoops we have to do. So hopefully it will be definite by the end of the week, but who knows, depending, well, they have to post the position first. So, but hopefully, but sorry, we have gremlins in the back of the auditorium. So we have something for him, and then Barb, his wife, just kind of comes along and supports and whatever. So we have something for Barb. So we can give them a round of applause. We got Kristen a little holder for ring jewelry that's pink and cut glass, and there's a little bird on top of it. The next person who needs to come up here, I know he's out there somewhere because I saw a video camera, is Mr. Story, please. This is falling apart, so I have to find the pieces that fell off of this. This isn't quite as I don't know, sentimental as a little gift for Kristen, but we really appreciate the fact that you took time to make the DVDs of The Sparrow for us. So we have a card and a little goodie box for you. Thank you. Very nice job. Because I have no talent with that whatsoever. Okay, now comes to the portion of the evening where we recognize people for the amount of hours they put into this place we call the Plate Auditorium here at Conant High School, with all its ups and downs, insanities, whatever, happiness, sadness, everything that goes along with a production, basically speaking. And so, once you've put in 200 hours, you get a star. And so the first person who needs to come on down here would be Leanne, please. Next would be Lisi. And Andrea. Bring your certificate.
I will do that. I'll bring all my stuff.
auditorium, that is. You get a mask of comedy and drama, and the first person to receive this would be Luke Cunningham. He put in another 100 hours this year. Then we have people who earned 2 stars this year and a pin. And because they're dropping all over the place, you can laugh, it's fun. First person would be Hannah. Next would be Natalie B. Daria D. Andrew. And Kevin. Someone who earned 1 more star for $400. I can talk, yes I can. 400 hours of service, Noel. Next person is Bailey. She too has 400 hours.
Nice.
Okay, so you got 3 stars this year. She actually earned 3. Next, 2 more stars for 600 hours, Daria G. Same thing, Molly. The next person has earned 2 more stars for 800 hours of her life here, Allie. Now your hair is where you're getting off. Lindsay. Three stars for 900, Jared. And 3 stars for 900, Lana. So parents, if you ever doubted if your children were really here or not, they were. Very thankfully, they were here helping us out along the way. Next comes the time where it's always hard, because as much as it's great to get a new group of kids to bring in, it means that come May, it's always time to say goodbye to kids where in some cases who've been involved with drama all 4 years of their lives here. And so it's sentimental, tough in a lot of ways, but I'm sure they can't wait to get away from here, so. Hopefully they'll be able to come back and visit, but it all depends. Some of them are going further away, and it always seems that final exams seem to be real close to the weekends of our shows, or whatever, but we know they'll at least they'll think of us, we know, and we'll think of them often, because we're losing a talented group of kids once again. And let's face it, if we didn't have the talent when it comes to the acting and the technical side, there's only so much Ms. Fuma and I can do. It's really, at some point in time, it really is all up to them. We can give them guidance and suggestions, but let's face it, so much of what they bring up onto the stage is what comes from within them, whether it's from their acting or whether it's the teching, the lights, the sound. Lord knows I have no clue how to run the light board or the sound board, so I would be totally lost without my techies. So even though it may not seem that I'm always there because I spend more time with the actors, that's just how life is because of our hierarchy or whatever we do here. So at this point in time, we need to say a special round of thanks to the class of 2014. First of all, Noel. That's for something else. The last of her name. Andrew. Jared?
There is.
It just dawned on me the number of lasts we have. The last Abajafars, last spaghettis, last Purvises too. Flana. The youngest siblings are graduating. Kira. You're the last year group that does drama. Well, you know. And rounding out the class of 2014, Allie. Okay. Next, I'd like Bailey, Daria G, Jared, and yeah, those three to come up. Sorry. Bailey, Daria, and Jared. Okay. Obviously, this spring, he doesn't know what I'm doing. This spring, obviously, we did a show called The Sparrow, and these three people are getting some special recognition due to, I would say, not beyond the call of duty, but they kind of stepped outside to some degree their comfort zones in some form or another. So, Bailey, you get the Bird Song Award for help filling in when Daria couldn't be there and blessing us with your voice. The piggy's not cooperating. Okay, I performed surgery on the piggies. However, you can still turn them on and off. Jared gets his piggy and flowers for the best impersonator of Frank Sinatra that I've seen in all my life. And Daria gets her piggy and flowers. For being the best non-dancer I've ever seen perform on Conan's stage. You may return to your seats. Allie and Lana were both student directors this year for me. And in the fall, Lana was a student director for Any Number Can Die. And I would say she probably learned an awful lot this fall with all the craziness connected to that show. So she has her own little gold star with the name of the play. And Allie was a student director for The Sparrow, and she was able to see things from a little bit different perspective as well. Instead of being the actress on the stage, you got to see the behind the scenes and the craziness that goes along with all of that. So Allie gets one as well. Now I'd like Lindsay and Molly to come up front. For those of you who don't know, there's a brain somewhere. Before I took over at being the head director, instead of doing the improv troupe, we used to do a winter plays. They normally were kids' plays, and at least 2 out of the 3 were always directed by students. And when I had Lindsay, we were talking one day, and I know she wanted to go into theater, and I thought, you know, Lindsay would probably do a really great job directing a 1-act. So we talked about it, and then Molly expressed an interest as well, and the 2 of them co-directed a play called The Babysitter that was selected to perform at the 2014 Illinois High School Theater Festival. And they gave us a nice little plaque that's been sitting on my desk because I thought I wanted the place that does all my trophies for me and all our awards, I wanted them to try to duplicate the plaque because I was kind of upset that they didn't get anything from Theater Festival. And they couldn't get the Illinois High School Theater Fest logo to look right. And then, you know, they had that weird little person that you can hardly tell on our plaque. So they created one specifically for the 2 girls. They each get one with their individual names, the babysitter, the date of the play, so they've got something more of a memento for them to keep. So.
Aww.
And the other plaque will be put up on the wall when the janitors put the other awards on the wall as well. So, Jared, you need to come on down. Jared was our technical director all year for our shows, and he really had his hands full this year, saying it mildly, right? In regards to lights up, lights down. Oh, what happened to all the lights that I said in the fall? Oh, that got taken down. Isn't that nice? And what do you mean, you know, this isn't working? It's supposed to be working. I don't know why it's not working, Mrs. G, but I'll figure it out, or whatever the case may be. So, going more practical instead of a paperweight. Hopefully that's okay with you. You've got a pen instead that you can use in school as a thank you for being the technical director. Now, in the world of thespianship, there's such a thing as an honor bar, which is what happens when you put a ridiculously large amount of time in here at And at some point in time, you actually kind of forget, you stop adding points because there's no more room on their cards to put hours down. And so there are 4 people who have earned an honor bar this year. I'm just going to rattle off your names and you can all come down. And if you bring your certificate, you can find room somewhere on your certificate for your honor bar. Lindsay, Jared, Lana, and Kira. So they actually put in more than 900 hours. Yeah, I used to be honor bars would be after 700 hours, you know. So, thank you for living here. Couldn't have done it without you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of special gifts and things, we also did get something for Mariah Gant, who did the choreography for the show, but she's finishing up final exams, so she can't be with us tonight. I think she comes back next week, so maybe she'll be around when we do voting for offices or something, but she's going to get one of the pigs with the hearts as well, because she didn't, you know, never really got to see that truly in action. And then she has a little crystal box that's a heart, and the heart says the sparrow on it. So that way she's got a keepsake as well, because she did an amazing job at the choreography, I think, as well. So I didn't want to not say thank you to her either, even though she's not here. This year, partly because the Dan Christensen Outstanding Techie of the Year plaque is full, the person who's receiving the Outstanding Techie of the Year award is the first person to get his name, and I don't have to screw the nameplate in, yay. The newest version is Tech of the Year, since I'm the only one who really knows who Dan Christensen was anymore. He was the original guy who built sets here at Conant. He retired. When you were here, okay, when Miss Booba was here, he was still here, but you know, at some point in time, things have to move on, and so now it's just the Techie of the Year. And Jared, come on down one more time, Jared. Now, the place when they did the engraving had a terrible time with the medallion. So they ran into technical difficulty with his, which I thought was appropriate. So it says Outstand IG Techie, because they couldn't, whatever, 2014, but I thought Jerry would understand technical difficulties more than probably anybody else in the room.
It's German, isn't it?
Medallion and your name, and the new plaque will be placed outside, so, but tonight, if your mom wants a picture of the two of you with the plaque, we can take a picture. Anyway, thank you. The next award is for the Outstanding Actor or Actress, and it's been kind of an interesting journey with this year's winner. It kind of proves the point that you don't necessarily always have to have a leading role to win the Outstanding Actor or Actress, because we take a lot of things into account when we're figuring out who should get the award, the dedication, willingness to play whatever role is given to him or her. And so this year's recipient of Outstanding Actress, and her name is on a nameplate that will be put outside the auditorium. I'll make sure it gets there this week. It's actually going to Lana. The growth that I've seen in Lana has been truly amazing these 4 years. And there's a plaque outside for this as well as the Outstanding Thespian of the Year. And this one is open to anyone who's a thespian, who's a senior, obviously. And once again, we think a lot about dedication, acceptance, think about the thespian motto. This person has flowed with with all the ups and downs and craziness of her 4 years involved with Conant drama. And this year's recipient is Lindsay. We have one person who wants to say something before the closing comments. He's got one thing he wants to say, I guess.
Hi, my favorite people. For some of you don't know me, I am Austin Herrera. I am the vice president last year, and I have a little something to say on behalf of myself and Miss Mariah, who is unfortunately on the other side of the state, or country, not even state. She's far away. So, dearest darling thespians, I have returned, this time in the body of a skinny little white boy. Just kidding, of course. Sadly, I am in Podunk, New York. Hashtag get me out of Podunk, please. On behalf of Austin and myself, I just want to congratulate all of you lovely people for all the hard work you've done this year. We have watched from afar, a bit up close for the spring show, and we've seen the excellence you guys have put into Conant Thespian and Conant drama. Whether it was behind the stage or on, you guys have put on some of the greatest shows we have ever seen. And we'd like to welcome especially the new members of Troupe 2646. Welcome. Where are they? Oh! Hi. I was wondering why. It's been a long year. For the seniors, some of you over there, Mariah and I would just like to attest to the fact that you have an adventure ahead of you, with lots of learning, fun, adventures, and of course, drama. There's drama. For the rest of you, keep up the good work. You got an exciting life ahead of y'all. I know, I'm great with words. We miss you all a bunch, and we are very excited to see you all over the summer. And don't forget, tumba tumba, bunny bunny bunny, toki toki toki, I don't know if I'm saying this right. Toki toki toki, JK, just stay beautiful, okay bye, smooches, insert hair flip here.
So I guess Mariah was here. And the guys of Boston. He was one of those people who lived here too nonstop. So. I do have boxes, Lindsay and Molly, for yours, Lana for yours as well, and Lana and Jared, I have little pouches if you want them for your medallions too. Okay. May your talents, like the candles that you have lit that need to be blown out really quickly, shine more brilliantly as you act well your parts. We have confidence in your ability and interest to achieve success. We'd like to thank all of you for attending the initiation ceremony. Thank you so much for your support.